But there is significant good news in here, and it has to be, and significant freedom, but we also have to be cautious. This has not gone away. It's under control, but it is obviously in our country, and to that extent, I've got some further changes to announce in relation to the borders. There are, as you know, a border bubble that exists at the moment where there is a freedom of movement without a permit. I'm announcing from 11:59 p.m. tonight the following New South Wales local government areas will no longer be in that bubble. The municipalities of Wagga Wagga, Hay, Lockhart and Murrumbidgee, they will no longer be in the bubble, and if you want to travel to Victoria from those 4 local government areas you would need a permit, and as you know we're only granting permits for those who are approved workers, and even only then when it is absolutely necessary. I take no pleasure in having to essentially lock out those 4 communities from Victoria, but there's a refusal to lock people in Sydney into Sydney, so therefore I have no choice but to make these changes. I'll also foreshadow with you that there will be further border changes. I'm not in a position to announce those today, but I'll announce those as soon as we can. We have to do everything we can to keep this virus out of our state, and it's obviously regrettable that we've had to do that all the way down at the Murray, but we'll do what we can. I can't control the settings in capital cities other than our own, but these are the rules and these are the changes that we have made. Just finally, in terms of offices, 25% back to the office. If you can work from home, then you should. We would ask that you work from home in the interest of just every precaution to keep us safe. Again, that won't be news that everybody supports, but they are the rules, and that's where we get to. We are in no way triumphant, in no way boastful. We are grateful for the work that so many have done, and indeed that all Victorians have done. But the significance of this today, to be able to end this lockdown at midnight tonight and return to settings that are quite close to the settings before we went into this lockdown, says to all Victorians, sends a very clear message that we have seen off 2 Delta outbreaks. I don't think there's a jurisdiction in the world that has been able to achieve that, and every Victorian should be proud of that. Every member of the public health team should know that we as Victorians are grateful to them, but at the same time we have to remain vigilant. Today's a good day, a good positive day, but there's a lot of work that still has to be done. Please wear your mask when you're supposed to be wearing your mask. Please get tested whenever you've got even the mildest of symptoms. Please don't go and visit mum and dad at their place. No one will know, you know, we're desperate to see them. We'll just sneak in, it'll be okay. No, it won't. That's how this virus spreads. So we all have a part to play and we all have to be vigilant. We all have to be, I think, proud of the work that others have done, but we can't be triumphant about this. There's no sense of boasting. This is with us still, and we have to be vigilant against it. But it's a very important day and a very positive day to be able to end this lockdown at 11:59 p.m. tonight as we forecast. And thanks to everyone who's played their part, every single Victorian and indeed the public health team, our contact tracers and others have done a great job. Just finally, before I ask Jerome to speak to outbreaks and cases, and then the Chief Health Officer might want to speak to the settings as well. Just finally, can I again both thank but also appeal to those thousands of Victorians who are still in ISO at home, away from others to protect others, and to protect everyone. You can't clear yourself. You have to get your negative test and you must be cleared by the Department of Health. We will get to you as fast as we possibly can. It's not a few people, it's many thousands. And I'm sure that you would appreciate that it does take some time. But my message to you is thank you so much for what you've done and are doing. But please do not make your own judgment that your quarantine has ended. That is a judgment that must be made formally, and it must be made on the basis of a negative test. And we have had people who have tested negative early on and then tested positive in their day 13 test.